Okay, Father. This or that thing is what most pastors use today as they preach about it almost all the time. They call it ancestral curse or generational curse. Now, when I talk about some of these things, most of them emotionally react to such posts, insult you and all of that. Do you believe that after the death of Christ, and even the portion of the Bible, I think Hebrews or I think it's Hebrews that says that the sins of the father shall no longer be held against the son. Ezekiel 18:20.
Yeah, Ezekiel 18 from verse 1 forward.
He said the sins of the father shall no longer be charged against the son, and the righteousness of the righteous shall be accounted unto them.
Yeah.
After all these things, people still believe in generational curses. And unless I believe in generational curse, I go to my pastor, sow seed and do all of that, and my pastor prays for me and told me that I'm now free from all these generational curse. I grow old, have a child. My child goes to church. This same child of mine is also told that he has a generational curse.
You will now go and do
the same curse that I broke.
Yes, you go and do again.
My child will do the same thing, have his own children and children's children, and this generational curse, it doesn't seem to end. So do you believe in this sort of thing or not?
I have told you I don't believe. There are things that are real, whether you believe or not. My brother here is real. He's wearing white and white. I don't have to believe.
You are seeing it.
I know I can see it. Kel, you are standing in front of me. You are real. These guys say they are real. So if I decide not to believe, that's delusional. But then there are things that their existence is believed into. That's why when I talk like this, they say, hey, he is not spiritual. They don't know I'm the one who is even more spiritual. I'm giving them, I'm empowering them. But there are things that do not exist in your life until you begin to believe them. This is proven. No? This is scientifically proven.
No, it's true. It's true.
Is scientifically proven.
You know, once you start thinking about one particular thing all the time,
yes,
that thing is bound to happen.
Yes, this is scientifically proven. So, generational curse. If you read that Ezekiel 18, if you look at the tone, it's like God himself was even surprised. He said, come on, what is this thing I'm always hearing? That parents ate sour grape and the children's teeth are set on edge. That's God asked. He said, what is this I'm hearing? He said, oh yeah, tell them from now forward, I don't want to be hearing that proverb. I don't want to be hearing that saying. That means that belief had no material substance even in Israel. It is more like a folk thing. That is the way people have been interpreting certain things happening in their life. Before you know it, it will gain traction. Before you know it, it is becoming like a group mentality and all of that. So if you read that Ezekiel 18, it's like, God, just one day and work. I say, why do I keep hearing this thing? Where did people even get that thing from? So I tell them, from now forward, I don't want to hear this saying in Israel again, that the parents have eaten sour grape, children's teeth are set on edge. Say no. Everybody bears the consequences of his action. If a father sins, let him bear the consequence. If a child sins, let him bear. It is stated there completely. And then you now come to the New Testament. If you believe in curses, Galatians 3:13 says, "Cursed be he who is on the tree." And he said Jesus took all our curses, because Galatians 3:13, quoting, I think it's Deuteronomy, he said, "Cursed be he who is on the tree." That the moment he climbed that cross, he took all our curses. You go to many scriptures, he said, you are a new creation. The old has passed away. All things are new. You read Ephesians 2, he said, you are part of a building that has the apostles and the prophet for his foundation, because they also collect evil foundation to ancestral cause. So which foundation are you talking about? No, it's important. Nobody can build on the foundation, a different foundation, that the foundation is Christ himself and all of that, you know. Then you come in practical terms. Let's even come in practical terms. It's ancestral cause. I keep asking them, this ancestral cause is only African ancestors. Because check it. Why people don't believe in that nonsense? They don't say it. Meanwhile, you and I know, even in the last 100 or 150 years, last century, is this century I'll call it? Yes. Whose ancestors have committed the worst crime against humanity? It's not the white people.
It is the white.
Recently was the Germans who slaughtered how many Jews? Just Jews alone, 6 million, not to talk about other people. And yet Germany is still among the most prosperous nations. Their closest ancestors killed millions across and all of that, did all kinds of things. Why are the Germans still prospering? You tell our people they don't want to reason.
They don't want.
They don't want to, they just want to hear this ancestral. I think for me it's a lazy mentality. It gives them some convenient satisfaction that the thing that happening to you is beyond you.
Beyond you.
So let's push it out. It's a lazy mentality. And the only thing they'll tell you is that you are a carnal man. You don't understand the things of the spirit. And that statement is coming from people who are ignoramuses to the core. They don't know anything. So, my brother, there is no such thing like ancestral cause. I know medically you could have medical patterns. Say if your dad is diabetic. There are some diabetes that are genetic. And there are some things that are genetic. Those are on the medical field I can understand. Then there can be some coincidences. One or two. Of course, you know, everything in life is not cast on iron. There could be one or two coincidences. Then you will now use it and form a doctrine and, you know, keep pumping to be. And people don't know. Some of these ministries, if you remove all this falsehood, they will not have work again. Now.
Yes, that is true.
They will not have work. So they will have to keep reinforcing that so that it look like they have a work. And then you ask them, all those people who did generational curse breaking, healing the foundation, go and check their family, how they were before and how they are after this. And go and check whether there is a difference.
Okay, but I have just two more questions. One, do you believe that the spiritual controls the physical? And the second question is, which do you think is more important? Let's assume our government, this Nigerian government, is a very good government. They are doing their best and all of that. No corruption and all of that. Which do you think is better, to pay tithes or to pay tax?
How does it taste?
Bitter.
That is because it is the truth.